and welcome to the Q&A session where we're going to go ahead and just run the show with questions. It's going to be a fun day on this beautiful Sunday. We're getting close to NFL action. Man, the Hall of Fame game on Thursday. Then right after that, a week later, the Detroit Lions with Buffalo Bills at home, not at. It's going to be some real NFL action. Training camp's already, on day 5 now? Day 5? So exciting, man, and I am so ready to see the action on the field. We got all sorts of information we're going to be talking about. Hey, and it's your time to shine. What is going on, YouTube GM, the Carolina guy, Tim Monroe, Andrew Lunsford, YouTube GM is rocking it today. J-Dub, what is up? I made it this time. What's up, Mike? Well, I'm happy you made it this time. Sometimes it's difficult to make it in this bad boy, but that is okay. Hey, I got a whole week to myself. This is crazy at my house, so I got time to have fun and work on the channel. What's going on, Eric Minion? And make things a little bit better for you guys. And, man, I'm just so ready to be at Allen Park to go ahead and see it for my own eyes. I will be there on Thursday next week with the rest of the crew, and it's going to be so freaking fun, man. So fun. What's going on, Adam Carver? What is going on, Go Lions? Thank you for coming in here on this Sunday, man. If you got questions, let me know. I may have some answers. All you got to do is do a hashtag, and we going to get at it and have some fun for today's session here. Man, oh man, we talk about training camp. So what we're seeing in training camp, Jeffrey Okudah, the guy that we selected with that third pick, is doing fairly good. He's definitely showing improvement. That's kind of what I figured. That was one of my players I thought was going to break out this year, and he's definitely showing it, and that's good because when you invest such a high draft pick on a person, you want this individual to elevate the team, and specifically a cornerback with the 3rd overall pick, man, oh man. So you want him to really be an integral piece for this defense, and he is showing it too. Mike Ford, I love him when I'm seeing him from the nickel position, getting in there. And look, he's been on this team for a couple of years now, and he is definitely doing a good job, and I think he has already won the battle. I think he's won the battle, folks. I think he's won the battle, and I like that. I've always liked Mike Ford. I've had nothing issue with the guy. Folks, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Let's get to, let's see, 20 likes right now. We got 20 folks in the building. I got here, all I need is for Goff to be able to throw the deep ball. I think I think we're going to get into that. They want to look. Offenses generally are slower when it comes to training camp than defenses. I think they're going to slowly put that in there. It's just one of those things where, let's get some things right and move forward once we get that one done and progress. I think Jared Goff does have a big arm. I'm not saying he's a Matthew Stafford or anything like that, but you're going to see some deep passes here soon. You don't get Brashard Perryman, Tyrell Williams, these fast guys that can burn you without throwing it deep. Shout out to Motor City Sports Talk because Matthew Stafford already threw a pick 6 to Jalen Ramsey. I seen it. It's on his channel. I was laughing. So go ahead and check that out at some time if you want to see a pick 6 by our former quarterback. I'm going to be at the Lions training camp this Tuesday for the first time ever this year. Well, Justin May, the rapper, that's awesome, man. Congratulations being there for the first time ever. It's a fun time when you go to training camp. It is a little bit hot, so make sure you stay hydrated. You can get dehydrated real quick, and it's hard sometimes to get seats because people plow in there, so probably want to get there a little bit earlier, just an FYI, so you can get the best seat possible, or you could be standing up, and you don't want to stand up in this heat. So, good morning from Colorado. Well, thank you, Daryl. Appreciate you, man, all the way from Colorado. Love it, man. Love it. Every time I see you, it's always Colorado, man. It's always Colorado. Hey, folks, if you got questions, let me know. And we will get after it today. It's all about you guys. This is your session. I'm doing videos on my channel all the time, and I don't really generally get a time to just go from myself to you guys Whatever you want to talk about, we can get at it. And that's what it's all about. That's what this session is all about. You know, I like doing OPP where you have the panel and myself. Sometimes, though, I like to just go ahead and talk to you directly and get at it that way. Let's see. We got Eric Minion with the first question. Hashtag Go Lions. Do you think we will have an All-Pro this season? Yeah, I think, you know what? Frank Ragnow, I think, is going to be an All-Pro for sure. I think Frank Ragnow is the guy to elevate that. If we're going to have one guy, he would be the guy I think most likely would have that position. And maybe, obviously, our punter. We love what we got there in Jack Fox. He could definitely be an All-Pro as well, and he's shown so far in camp. He ain't changed. So I would look at those two individuals for All-Pro. And that is the one you want. You know, Pro Bowl is cool and all, but it's more of a popularity contest. The All-Pro is generally what people think of you. So let's see here. Justin May says, when you went there, do they sign autographs or they just practice and they're going through the tunnel training camp Lions? I'm just asking. They generally do, but not now. Right now, due to the pandemic protocols, you're not going to be potentially getting autographs. Now, they could step back and sign little footballs and throw it like that way, but you're not going to be able to get up to them. But yes, usually you do. They'll come right up to you and sign your autographs. They just walk right next to the fence. You put your stuff out there, they sign it. So, but they're not doing that this year, but I did see that they're, you know, signing little footballs or signing something, they throw it to the crowd. So we'll see if that happens when you are there. What's up, David Anderson? Welcome, man. Yes, Goff needs a lot of help, big arm, but I think he's pretty good accuracy-wise. I think that's not the issue there when it comes to Jared Goff. I think it's more consistency, but accuracy, I think, is something that he's shown already so far in camp, at least for the first 10 to 15-yard type of passes. He's been extremely accurate, and that's kind of what you want. You want to see accuracy and just put the ball where it needs to be placed. Love Jamal Williams, said Swifty and Swaggy. Yes, Jamal Williams, man, if you ain't seen that interview, I think it's on Detroit Lions YouTube channel. He is hilarious, man. Williams is the GOAT there. This guy is straight up funny, man. And you gotta love him dropping that Swifty into Swaggy. What's good, Drew? Welcome coming into the chat, man. Just sitting here on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday here, getting closer to real football. Michael Peters says, good morning, Mike. From Newport Beach, California. What do you think? Will we win the kick? Who will win the kicking job? The veteran's going to take it so far. The young guy, he missed, apparently yesterday, he missed 2 fairly easy field goals. It looks like it's not a competition right now. So we're going to go with the veteran there. I think he's got it. But, you know, there's still camp. Maybe something happens. Who knows? Man, California, love it, though. I love it. So, day 4 training camp is done. What's your thoughts on the team as a whole at this point? Well, so far, I think the secondary is going to be better than expected. Jeffrey Okudah is doing a very good job. Amani Awaria, you're not hearing a whole much from him, but you have Mike Ford. Looks like he's won the nickel spot, so it's looking like it's going to be Jeff Okudah, Amani Awaria, and Mike Ford. Man, Dunbar, he's playing with the thirds right now, so I think the secondary is going to be fairly good. Linebacking core, a little bit weak there, position. Now, they've shown some strong days, but I still think it's a weak position. The defensive line, I think, is going to be better than last year for sure, especially the interior. So, the defense is good news. I like hearing about the good news from the defense. But is it the lack of talent at the wide receiver core? That could be one thing we really don't know. When it comes to the offense, I'm loving what I'm hearing about Jared Goff's accuracy. With the small to intermediate route plays that's taken place, I'm fine with that, but I do want to start seeing some deep ball passes, and I'm sure that's going to come. But I like seeing that. Tyrell Williams is doing his thing. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I'm liking what I'm hearing for him. I have a whole lot of Quinta Cephas. I'd like to hear from that. Jerry Jacobs, the undrafted rookie, he looks like he could potentially make the team, so shout out to him. And special teams the same. So defense is a little bit better than expected. Offense is kind of where I expected it to be. So not too bad right now. That's kind of what I got. Let's see. Is Okudah playing Viper? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Are you concerned about Goff fumbling? No, I'm not concerned about that. You know, he fumbled the ball 4 times last year. I think that's got to be around the same time that Stafford did. Stafford fumbled the ball as well, so I'm not too worried about it. If you watch Jared Goff, when they're doing the run fake, he puts the ball he puts it right on the running back, and it's a really good looking fake. I think that's a good thing. It can be a negative thing, but I think that could be a couple reasons why that's occurring. When it comes to former quarterback, when he would do the fake, it wasn't even a fake. It was like 1 yard away. And so I think that could be an issue there, but I'm not worried about it. No. I mean, 4 fumbles, oh well. You know, you're going to make a mistake here and there. Do you think Goff checks down a little early? I believe he needs to give his receivers more time to separate. Michael Lewis, that's definitely a good question. That's something we want to see continue in camp. Wait till the pads are on. When the pads are on, then we can really judge this. Right now, there's not really pressure happening. So we want to see getting pressure if he will stand in the pocket and throw some reads. We do got a very good offensive line. If he can trust them, then he can stand there and do that. But if he's a little bit, jumpy, he may not. So I agree with you. I want to see him stay in the pocket and just be calm with his reads. That's yet to be seen. The pads come on, I think, this week. So once we get the pads on, man, I love it. Don19, also known as Don Stradamus. What's up, man? If I miss your question, don't be mad. Just repost it. It's because I'm not seeing it. It's literally, I'm just not seeing it. It comes up quick. Let's see. How does Okudah look in training camp? He looks really good. He looks really good, Sam. Really, really good. He is definitely going to be a better player this year than he was last year. This is what I said all offseason. I said Jeff Okudah is going to take a big jump. If you look at what Aaron Glenn and the secondary's coach has done with this secondary, everybody's doing good. Specifically, Jeffrey Okudah. He's having, so far, probably one of the best camps of all the players in the team right now, and that's fantastic news. He's stride for stride. He's being vocal. He's being a leader. He's showing that swag, just like Jamal Williams wants to be. Obviously he calls himself swaggy. So, yeah, he's doing good. He may be the best person right now in camp, and that's fantastic news. We need him to ball out. New system, healthy, actually competent coaches, and a better team around him. Yeah, definitely. He's shown exactly what I expected. Where do you think they place top 10? Swift and Swag. I could see around that 10 area for sure. I'm not going to say, top 5 or anything like that because you got a lot of good teams that could run. I just believe the Lions are going to run quite a bit more than people expect. I think they're going to be I think it's something that we're really going to be shocked on how much they run because we've been dealing with a team that pass happy. But yeah, I could see around that 10 area, 10 to 13 area for Swift and Swag. Old number 9's throwing a bunch of picks. Yes, I've heard that, Jay. If you haven't seen it, go to Motor City Sports Talks channel. Matthew Stafford is throwing some picks. And he had a pick 6 by Jalen Ramsey the other day. It was fantastic. So make sure you check that out. Look, it doesn't matter how many yards you throw, but you could throw 5 million yards, but if you're throwing interceptions, that's how you lose games, man. Turnovers wins games. So I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious. So, hey, continue throwing those picks, and that's fine by me. Yeah, go ahead, YouTube GM, go ahead, Motor City Sports channel. He's got a video of it. Checking early is just training confidence issues. That could be fixed. Yeah, I think Fish, for sure. And I think once he gets more comfortable with the offensive line and he knows what he's dealing with, that will come into play. But they have not even put the pads on, really. So, you got to get comfortable. That's going to take a little bit of time. The offensive line's going to take a little bit of time. So, yeah, 100% agree with that. The Rams do have a top 5 defense. Yes, they do have a top 5 defense for sure. I do believe that. I know they lost some players in free agency still. They're still kicking it really good over there. But the NFC West is an extremely tough division, so it's not like it's a give me at all. Seattle Seahawks, very good. Arizona Cardinals, very good. The 49ers are healthy again. They have a good defense over there as well. It's something we're going to have to face week 1, so for sure. Will Tyrell Crosby start at right guard? No, he will not. Vati Vaitai will be your right guard unless there's an injury. But, yeah, Tyrell Crosby's kind of checking all positions. I think he's going to be the backup to probably guard as well as, obviously, the tackles positions. But, no, Vati Vaitai will be your guard unless he is injured. Got to get that 23 jersey this season. Oh, my God. Definitely. How does Penei Sewell look at right tackle? Well, we haven't seen the pads really be put on, but everything from camp is perfectly fine. He's showing the reason why we drafted him. But once the pads are on, we can really see it. Once Akwara is going against him, we definitely can get a glimpse of what's going on with Penei Sewell. But perfectly fine from what I'm hearing. Yes, Okudah is definitely faster and chatting it up. He's having a great time. So he's definitely going to be a player that takes a massive jump this year. And I can't wait to see it. You got to be able, when you go the 3rd pick in the draft, to be a player that is going to be an outstanding player for you. So with this new coaching staff, it's going to be that way. This what Avery are saying like me, wait until the pads are on. Yep, definitely got to wait till the pads are on for at least for the offensive line, the defensive line, and obviously Jared Goff. When you know you're not gonna have guy near you, you're gonna be a little more comfortable. But once that's the back of your mind, you want to see how well he does under the pressure. Does Levi and McNeill start at tackle? Well, so far, Levi is with the second teams. McNeill definitely looks like he's starting. 100% right there. And so we'll see if Levi does win the start of the season. If not, he's going to be a heavy rotation in there. You got to understand when it comes to defensive line with the big boys, they rotate quite a bit. So just because you're not starting in the play 1 doesn't mean you're not going to be a significant part when it comes to that defensive line. That's just the way that these thing works. So yeah, I wouldn't be worried about that. You're going to see a significant amount of playing time for those two. Hashtag Lions, what is the most intriguing battle in camp to you? Well, the most concerning one, I guess, would be the most intriguing one, is the safety position. Will Harris, how is this safety position going to play out? Can he secure it? Now, we're hearing some good things about Will Harris right now, but that could be just wording. But I want to know if him or Dean Marlowe is going to take that spot. Who is going to get it? Because that's important. That's really important to have that safety position locked down. So I just want to see that for sure, what happens. So far when it comes to the cornerbacks, looks like the position, to me, it looks like it's nearly complete when it comes to Okudah, Amani, and Mike Ford. I think Mike Ford took over for Corner Elder, just in my opinion. So that looks like the safety position is the biggest question mark right now. The Lions are holding the last roster spot open. Who do you think they might have in mind to fill it? Well, per Dan Campbell, they want to just have a spot open just in case they need to bring somebody in and so they don't have to cut somebody. But I did a free agency video that was dropped yesterday. It talked about 5 free agents the Lions could pick up if they really wanted to. You can go ahead and, if they're not comfortable with the safety position, go ahead and look at a Kenny Vaccaro, a Trey Boston. If they're not happy with the linebacker position, Quan Alexander. And if they really wanted to get Todd Gurley, they could. But, it could be just an undrafted guy or a player taken off another team if they wanted to go that route when people start releasing some players. But right now, per Dan Campbell, they're just kind of keeping it open. Not seeing any of the chat. Can you see me? I see you 100% right there. Do you guys see the chat? Is everything fine? Hopefully you guys can see it. I see it on my cell phone, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on there. How's Derek Barnes doing? I haven't heard a whole lot about Derek Barnes, in all honesty, but nothing bad. So just because you don't hear anything doesn't mean it's necessarily bad or anything. He's a rookie. It's going to take a little bit of time, but he is showing, that he's not a bust or anything like that. So he's doing perfectly fine from what I'm hearing, in all honesty. So, but I'm hearing that players are taking him under his wing and to help, help him develop. That's really it. Okay, all good. Well, thank you, Matthew. Appreciate that, man. Okudah had successful surgery offseason. He is running better so far. Yeah, 100%. 100%. So, when you're injured the way he was injured, and you come in and now you have a legitimate offseason and everything, he's going to play better. That's just common sense, literally common sense. So I'm happy for him that everything is going well, and he is definitely showing his abilities on the field so far in training camp, and I love it. We need to continue to have that. Thanks, guys, for letting me know the chat's okay. Sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. Appreciate it. Who is the biggest boom or bust players this season for the Detroit Lions? The biggest boom or bust player? Well, I think boom will be Jeffrey Okudah. This is what I've been saying for a while. I think he's going to have an explosive, a big jump from last year. Not explosive, not like all Pro Bowl or anything like that, but he's going to make a significant jump. I think he's going to be a boom. A bust? We haven't heard anything about Jermar Jefferson. Not a thing. So maybe he doesn't get a lot of playing time this year, but I haven't heard a single thing about Jermar Jefferson. That could potentially be a player who doesn't get a lot of significant time. I'm not going to say he's a bust out of the team or anything like that, just a player who's not getting a ton of playing time. So that could be there. Does Iffy start at safety? I do not believe he starts at safety. No, I don't believe so. Right now, they're kind of slowly working him in. Now, does he eventually work there throughout the season? Yes, I think he definitely could, weeks down the road into the NFL season, but I don't think he starts. Let's see. While I'm there, I'm going to take pictures and videos while I'm at training camp for myself, and I'll post on my Instagram and send it to your Facebook at MicroMike. Justin May the Rapper, be careful because you're not allowed to have your cell phone on taking pictures at training camp and videos. That is what the Detroit Lions website says. So just keep it on the down low when you're there. Don't try to show it off. Harris always looks good until he puts pads on. Yeah, look, I'm not too confident in Harris. I'm not going to lie. That is the one player I have not been confident in. Hopefully he can get better. But, yeah, I'm just not confident in him right now, and I got to see it to believe it. Make sure you guys hit that like button. We got 67 in the building with 28 likes. Let's get to 50 likes. The more likes we get, the more chance this video gets pushed out there, this stream. And if you're watching this after the fact, smash that like button anyways so you don't miss out on anything. Let's see. Hashtag Go Lions. Did you hear that Walker is being a leader in the secondary? Absolutely. And Walker was on Good Morning NFL. And he definitely seems like he's being a vocal leader that we need him to be. That's really important. We're hearing a lot of the players are being more vocal than they were under Matt Patricia. Think they really starting to buy into the system. I think they're not afraid to speak. I love it. That's how you develop a team. You need to have leaders that are players that are teaching the younger guys. You can't just have one guy doing it. You need to have leaders from all over this football team. So I love what he's doing there. That's absolutely awesome. Yes! Congrats to David Blau's wife. 100%, man. Congratulations. Do you think he makes the 53? Do they keep 2 or 3? That's the question. That is the question. Maybe they put him on the practice squad. I think he'll be on the practice squad. I don't know if he makes the team. I think they're just going to go 2 and then have him on the practice squad. I think that's what's going to be about. I still been buying Detroit Lions stuff week 24/7. Every chance I get a store, it's cheaper. 100%, man. I'm going to get some more gear too as well, for sure. Moving Iffy next to Tracy as safety doesn't sound like a bad idea, to be honest. I agree 100%. I have no problem with that, him developing in that position. He's a big guy. Let's do it. What's up, Harold? Welcome, man. Isn't Walker a safety? Yes, he is. Definitely a safety. Let's see. I think Papa John's their safety. Did she medal? I think she got 3rd place. Correct me if I'm wrong. You had to get to all the way to 4th place. But when I was looking at it, I think she got to 3rd place. I could be wrong. And again, y'all want that. And again. Who do you see as our captains on offense and defense. How about Michael Brockers on defense and Jamie Collins? I could see those guys being defense. Jared Goff on offense for sure. Man. Maybe Taylor Decker as well. I could see those two. What do you guys think? Give me some names that you think who will be the captains on offense and defense. I'm going to go with Brockers, Collins, Decker, Goff. Blau's girlfriend qualified for the Olympics. Yep. I don't know. I think she got third. But I could be wrong. I could see Blau being picked up off the practice squad. It's possible. It is possible. But, that's a risk sometimes you got to take. That's a risk you may have to take. Hopefully they keep 3 because they can't stand up the situation like Stafford broke his back. Randy, they could definitely keep 3. I'm 50-50 on this. 50-50 on this. This is a new regime, so we really, in all honesty, don't know until we kind of see a pattern of what they've done. But this is a completely new regime here, so we're just going to have to see. Except she ran for another country. Yeah, I know. I seen that. But it's still cool that a wife of a Detroit Lion is in the Olympics. And I'm happy for David Blau. That was really cool. Let's see. Jamal Williams. Mike, if this guy is half as good as his hype, he will be awesome to watch this year. Your thoughts? I love Jamal Williams. His leadership, I know he's kind of like a quirky type of guy, but you need that type of individual to help change a culture and have fun. You got to have fun while you're playing. It can't just be just straight grueling work. You got to have fun as well. And I think it's going to be a good 1-2 combination for sure. I love Jamal Williams. How can you not love this guy? This guy is insanely hyped. This dude is always happy. This guy will bring people up in their attitudes, and I think he'll be fine on the field as well. So we got Taylor Decker, Frank Ragnow's captains. Ooh, yeah, I can see that. I can see that for sure. No doubt. Yeah, we love our Frank Ragnow, man. We love it. Gonzalez, how do you think the Swift and Williams will split carries? I think it'd be 60-40. 60% Swift, 40% Jamal Williams. That's how I see it. I think you're going to see a lot of combinations where they're both on the field. And let's not also give up on Jason Kabinda. I think he's going to be there as well because we've been hearing that he's receiving the ball, not just running the football as a fullback. So 60-40 with Jason Kabinda in there, and I could see them doing double. It's going to be fun because I love running the football. It's something I enjoy watching, and this team through many years have not done a whole lot of that, so get in there and run that freaking football for sure. Oh, man. Choking. Sorry, fellas. That went down the wrong tube. Let's see. I thought it was second. Oh, she could have been second. It was up there really close. All I seen was the clip. I wasn't watching the Olympics. I don't pay a whole attention to the Olympics, so yeah, definitely she could have been second. Motown Sports Talk, what's up, man? Motown Sports Talk is a Detroit Lions YouTuber as well. They do a lot of Detroit Lions content. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to their channel. Smaller channel. It's hard to get up on this YouTube game, so go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It is Motown Sports Talk. Stayed up all night watching Xander win the gold for USA. Cool, man. Are you still on training camp on the 6th? It's a morning practice, right? Thinking about going that day? Yes, I will be there. I will be there in the morning. We're just debating on if we're going to stay there throughout the whole afternoon, too, because there's a practice in the afternoon. But yes, that is the day I will be there. I will be up in that mug, so just go ahead and find me. You'll see me standing around talking to the rest of the fellas. It's going to be fairly easy to see who I am. I got a jersey on that says my name. So look for a jersey with my name on. I probably will not have my hat backwards because I want to get that shade on my face so I don't get burnt. Advances to the Olympics. Do you think that any of the undrafted rookies will make the team? I'm going to give you now two because, first off, Jerry Jacobs, the corner, has done a very good job. I think he potentially could make the team. He's making some noise over there. And Tommy Kramer, the undrafted guard, I think he makes the team as well. I think those two guys that could make the team for the Detroit Lions. I said it before, and I'm excited to see our running game for the first time we've had Best. Man, I know, man. I wish Best would have never got injured. That guy was a beast. I got his jersey right there. I love Javid Best. But yeah, I'm really excited to see the running game as well. That's how you win football games. You got to run the football. I mean, we've talked about this year in and year out, but this team has been never running the football. You can't wear down defenses without running the football. You can't hold and win with the time if you're not running the football. Possession is vital. We can wear down defenses and keep our defense on the sideline. That's running the football. We've just been wanting to get this thing going, but hopefully this is the year that we can run the football. No problem, Motown Sports. No problem at all. He is working on some new stuff, so you got to check that out and get that information out there. It's all about beating legacy media, having individuals on YouTube give out their concepts and their ideas instead of just legacy media in which they don't like us. So we like to put our information out there. Is the 6th the only day you're going? Yes, it's the only day I'm going. Thank you, pandemic. So what happened was last year when the pandemic started, it took a lot of my PTO out of work. And, I like to save it up there, but I'm running a little bit low, so I can only go for one day. So I will be there on the 6th. I think Papa John's the Lions safety. Papa John's. That sounds like something to eat there. Your thoughts on keeping a fullback? I'm perfectly fine having the fullback. I think Jason Kabinda has done a great job with this football team. I like the power run game, and he's a little more versatile fullback. And I'm perfectly fine with it. Perfectly fine. I like having the big guys in there, opening the lanes for the running backs as well as taking the football and getting that yard. And he can also pass catch. It's not something you hear a lot about a fullback, but yeah, I have no problem with it. Let's see. If our O-line can stay healthy, we'll be a top 5 running game. Oh, man. That is definitely being optimistic. I hope so. I mean, that would be legitimate. I'm going to go with around 10 to, around 10 area, 11, 12, some around that area. But if the offensive line, to me, if it does stay healthy, is going to be a dominant offensive line. I don't care what ESPN said. They ranked us number 29. They are completely off the wall there. It's 5 to 10 in my opinion. Could even be better. The Detroit Lions got a very good line. I think the biggest question mark is Vati Vaitai, and if that don't work out, we do got people that can replace him, and I still think this offensive line is going to be a monster. And you're right, man. If they can really open up those holes like we think they can, this team can run the football. And that's how you can stay in games. That's how you can stay in games. What games are you looking forward to the most this year? Well, I can't wait to see, in all honesty, this is going to sound stupid, but how about the preseason week 1? I just want to see what this is going to look like. We have really no idea until we see it on the field, see Jared Goff, see this running game. So the first preseason game versus the Bills, I just want to see how long the starters are in there. And I love watching the depth players as well. Who, as a young guy, as an undrafted, can make this football team and make a play? That's important. So I'm looking forward to that. Week 1 versus the 49ers. Now we're not in preseason. We're in full-on NFL season. How do they hold up against a dominant defensive line? Our offensive line's dominant. Immovable object meets unstoppable force. Let's see how that one breaks out. And then obviously, man, when we going against the Rams, I want to win that game so bad. That is the one game out of the whole year, the Detroit Lions, I want to win. I'm tired of Sean McVay talking. I'm absolutely tired of him just gloating. I want to see the team that was crowned the Super Bowl contenders, Rams, go against the team that is crowned as the first overall pick. And if we can beat that game, that would be fan-freaking-tastic. Will the Lions re-sign Tyrell Crosby? No. I'm going to put that at they're not going to re-sign him. Not because of lack of talent. I love Tyrell Crosby because he's on his last year of his deal, and he's probably going to want to be a starter, in my opinion. that's probably what he's not going to be a starter here. It's just he's not going to be a starter. Jason Blau's wife is too good looking to get a third place. She's good looking enough to be first place. Oh my God. Oh my God. Will the Lions pick up any free agents still? There are some good defensive players looking short contracts who could help during the rebuild. I would kind of hope so, but I made a list that I dropped yesterday. That's a list I would like them to do. But in all honesty, it's probably going to be individuals that get released once teams trim down to 53. Look for a player the Lions may pick up defensively that gets released from another football team, or maybe a wide receiver or something like that. So I think we'll probably really going to have to wait till it gets cut down. Let's see. Maybe receivers and a linebacker. Possible. Yep. I doubt top 5. Yeah, it's hard to be a top 5. Top 10. Yeah, I'm kind of with you right there, but we'll see, man. Once the offensive line gels, it'll get better throughout the season. I think, from starting from game 1 to game 17 will be a different offensive line. It just, once they stay together and they work together, they understand each other, it will get better. How do you feel about Motorcade? He's cool. Very cool. GM Dorsey track record is picking up free agents. Well, it's funny because you got Dorsey mixed it up with Bob Quinn. They changed that up over there, and I think he'll be fine. I like everybody that they picked up. In all honesty, I think look, he seemed to be the one to persuade Brad Holmes to not trade up to get Penei Sewell, and Penei Sewell, he stayed calm, and Penei Sewell fell to them. So we didn't have to give up anything to get the guy who we wanted. Oh, my God. I'm an Eagles fan rooting for the Lions because Deuce is the GOAT. We love Deuce, man. Deuce. Yeah, he's a great coach for us. Appreciate you coming in here, JK. And, hopefully I'm not a big fan of the Dallas Cowboys, so hopefully you guys beat up on the Cowboys a little bit. I'm really intrigued in your football team to see what happens over there in Philadelphia. It's so funny because you guys trade Wentz. Wentz goes to Indianapolis, and what happens? He hurts himself again. He always hurts himself. So I think you guys won that trade for sure. Do you think Amon-Ra can be wide receiver 1 or 2? I don't think he's going to be a 1. I think in the future he could be a 2. I don't know right now. Maybe by the end of the season. I think right now he's in the mix for number 3. We'll see how the season goes forward. It's going to start off a little bit different, I think, than how it's going to end. These younger guys will get more predominant roles by the end of the season just because they've learned the game a little bit more. But it's going to take some time. I'm not putting a massive amount of weight on rookies. It takes a little bit of time, even for a Penei Sewell. Like I always state, when Ndamukong Suh came here, that's extremely hard to have a player come in and dominate from game 1. Definitely. The Rams will win. Yeah, you know what? They probably will. But that's the one game I really, really want the Lions to win. But it probably will be an L. Can't wait. I know it's right around. It's coming, man. It's coming real close, too. It's crazy. This was a fast offseason. I'm happy the NFL season's almost here. I love football, man. I freaking love football. And it gives you something to do on a Sunday. Sundays now is going to be hella busy on my channel. And because we're going to be doing the pregame show and the Gridiron Blitz. So I'll be up there at 11. Then I do the live watch party on my channel, play-by-play. After that, I drop a video. After that, the post-game show. It's going to be a long day of Detroit Lions football, but it's going to be fun. Do you think we add free agents? Yeah, I say after the cuts. After, people get cut, maybe we pick up a safety or a linebacker or something like that. Maybe a wide receiver. Who knows? Well, I that's kind of what I feel the Lions are going to do, because if they're going to pick somebody up right now, they would have done it. Maybe a Todd Gurley down the road. I don't know what's going on with there as well. Mike, I'm crazy. Does it seem like a different energy for the Lions team? You're not crazy, Don Stradamus. You're not crazy at all. It is 100% a different feel. 100%. It's night and day. Dan Campbell, the GOAT. Matt Patricia, not the GOAT. It's night and day. It is definitely a different feel. I think, like I said, Dan Campbell is the one. I think he's the coach to change the culture here in Detroit. I think this is definitely the guy who's going to be, take the Lions into the glory. 8 wins with 2 games left in the season, then I get excited. Whew, okay, I see you, man. Let's see, MicroMike. Von Miller will be traded possibly this season. Should the Lions trade player for player? I wouldn't mind player for player. I love player for player trade. I got to look at his contract. I'm not 100% on his contract, so I'll have to see what his contract is. But the Lions are 6th best in cap space right now. It's a little over $17 million, so I'm sure they can deal with it. But I love a player v player. Maybe Tyrell Crosby. I don't know, but I wouldn't want to give up a young player for him. A player for the future. But if you're going to go ahead and have a player who potentially is not going to be on this team going forward, I have no problem with that. Who do you think will make this team this year, and who do you think they'll cut this year? And who do you think they keep on the practice squad this year for next year? Who do they make this team this year? Like I said, I think for undrafted guys, maybe Jerry Jacobs, a Tommy Kramer. I think the normal people who's going to make the football team for extreme cut. It comes with Bryant, man. This defensive end needs to stay healthy. I think he gets cut. Man, because I'm tired of seeing this dude injured. This guy is on the injury list his whole career, so maybe he gets cut. That could be someone I see. For the practice squad, David Blau, could be on there for sure. I'm not 100% sure how they're going to go this. It's hard. Is Dez Bryant a decent pickup? I wouldn't pick him up. What is a tight end? I think we got a very good tight end trio. TJ Hawkinson, you're going to have, he's a beast right there. Elise Mack is coming up. I think he's going to be perfectly fine. And Darren Fells. What's up, Savage? What's going on? Let's see. Is there a reason the Lions to beat the 40? There is no reason for the Lions to beat the 49ers week 1. I do not have them beating the 49ers. I don't. But hey, you never know, man. Like I said, this is the NFL. This is the NFL, but when I look at the matchup, I do have the 49ers defeating the Detroit Lions. And I have videos they'll be dropping every Wednesday. It's Lions versus whoever they're going to play. It's going to be analysis and breakdown. Week 1's the hardest because you don't really know anything. But after week 1, you got 2 through the rest. So you kind of understand how the team's going to look. But yeah, it's going to be difficult. Let's see here. As a longtime Lions fan, I'm going to enjoy every game and look for improvement. Yeah, so am I, man. I'm going to enjoy every game. Let's see. What do you think the Lions might or could have in 2022? 2022 is my year. 2022 is going to be a great offseason, and I think it's going to be where the Detroit Lions take a significant jump. If you look at this Lions offseason for 2022, I can give you multiple reasons why this team is going to make a massive jump, potentially make the playoffs. The draft picks, they got a ton of draft picks. They're probably going to have between 11 and 12 draft picks, 2 first-round draft picks. The cap space, I think it's around $74 million right now, and if they release Trey Flowers, Vati Vaitai, it can boom up to almost $90-some million in cap space. With that type of cap space, you can pretty much sign anybody in free agency, and if you want to re-sign your own guys, you can do it. That is where I think the Lions do like an Arizona Cardinals last year, where they take that big jump. They didn't make the playoffs, but they could. You know what I'm saying? So I think 2022 is going to be a fun year. It'll be like Detroit Lions 2011 season. I think that's what it's going to be like. A 2011 season is how next season will look. And it's going to be fun, man. I'm going to enjoy that one. The Lions need a number 1. Yeah, I think they will get a number 1 next year for sure. Whether it be the NFL draft, but there's going to be some good free agent wide receivers out there. Devonta Adams would be a nice pickup for the Lions. What are the Detroit Lions are going to go to this year? I haven't figured out a game yet, in all honesty. But I got to manage my PTO. Got to manage my PTO because I got to drive up to Detroit. If I drive up there, I generally want to stay the night. Goff is going to surprise a lot of people. I hope so, 313. Look, he's not going to really surprise me because I don't expect him to be a terrible quarterback like everyone expects him to be, like the 30th ranked quarterback. Like I said, I have him 15 to 20, so that could definitely surprise people. It's not going to really surprise me, though. It's not. Anything can happen. I see 5-12 in 2022 as our breakout year. That's very possible. I see a 6-win this year for the Lions, and I see the Lions could break out next year for sure. Would you try and throw an offer to Saint for MT? Not 100% sure there. Can the Lions just win a Super Bowl for once and asking our mission accomplished, and we can go home happy? I hope that someday they win a Super Bowl. Before I die, win a Super Bowl. Let's go, man. Before I die, win a Super Bowl. Hashtag Go Lions. Do you think that Deshaun Hand will have a good season if he can stay healthy? He's talented. He's for sure. So if he stays healthy, he could be in the mix and be talented, but I don't believe he's going to stay healthy. I think he is an injury-prone player as well. That's my thing. The best ability is availability. This guy is never available, ever, and it sucks, man. Him and Bryant, you want them to just be on the field, but they just don't. So, but hopefully he can. Hopefully he can. Get your fingers crossed. Oh, Michael Thomas. That's who the MT is. Okay. Yeah, you know what? If there's one person that knows Michael Thomas, Dan Campbell, he would be the guy. He was there. So if he's a player that they covet or they feel that could be well for the Lions organization and not act a fool, they could. Yeah, but just like a young YouTube GM says, he is a diva. But if there's one person that knows, it definitely would be our head coach. What do you think of the Rams will be? A lot of people are crowning this guy as a 13-win football team. How about I have them at 9 wins? The NFC West is tough. Very tough. Extremely tough. You're going against teams that potentially could all have winning seasons. And so I don't see them going 13 wins. I can see them going 9 wins. That's what I have them. Hand is working with Brockers. I love it. Yes, Brockers is a great leader of men. A great leader of men. What about the West Coast offense with our tight ends and running backs? Keep the D off the field. We're going to see a lot of passes to our running backs and to our tight ends. We've seen it so far in camp. A lot of passes to Swift, Jamal Williams, and TJ Hockenson is getting a boatload of work. So, yes, that's going to happen for sure. Anthony Lynn is our offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? So, for sure. You see him talk S to Breeze. Yeah. Look, if there's one person, it would be Dan Campbell. Let's see. What restaurant from what wrestling brand should they pick up to play for a team? I'm just asking. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, I see here. I've been, but I don't watch that stuff, man. I don't watch WWE in wrestling. I don't. Have the Rams winning the NFC West? Okay. I have the Arizona Cardinals. I think they're going to take a big jump this year. They've really picked up good players in free agency in the NFL draft. They got a stacked linebacking core. They got a good wide receiver core. I think that they're going to be a team that takes a fairly big jump. A lot of people think I'm stupid for thinking that, but I just think Arizona Cardinals, man, they've done a good job in free agency. They've done a good job in the draft. Man, oh man, they're going to be a pretty good football team. He has them at 12 wins. They went 10 last wins. Yeah, they went 10 wins, but I guess the 49ers are a lot healthier now, and I think they're going to be a lot more competitive than they were last year, so watch out for the 49ers to make a significant jump too as well. I don't know. Seattle's going to be good. Cardinals are going to be good. The 49ers are going to be good. The Rams are going to be good. So it's going to be a tough division. When you have all these teams in one division, it's difficult to break out from that. And I want to let you know about fantasy football. I'm bugging Trox to get this thing open. So if you want to join the fantasy football team and go against us, we will have that up for you. You got to go to Troxel Sports Stream, though. He's the one that runs this bad boy. Troxel Sports Streams. Make sure you bug him so we can get this thing up and going because I love fantasy football. We do a live draft, have everybody on there, have a lot of fun, and talk a lot of S. If you like to talk a lot of S, hey, you need to join our fantasy football league because that's what we do, man. We have fun. We have fun. They always underachieved. He says, do you see what site you are on? LOL. The Cardinals underachieve. Yeah, but I have them achieving this year. I have them achieving. I like what they got going on over there. I do, man. I like what they got going on over there. No, Fitzgerald's not back with Arizona yet. He's still a free agent. Let's see here. Stafford is going to put pressure up front for division teams. Does he last the season is my question. Yeah, can he last the season? That's a massive question mark. And that's one thing I kept saying about why we should have traded Stafford is he broke his back 2 years in a row. And arthritis will come in there. I have a very bad spine. I've had neck surgeries. I got arthritis. I got degenerative. So, and I know what that's like. Even though he's got much better physicians, he's got the money. To me, when you start hurting it, it's hard to keep it as normal as it used to be. Seahawks aren't well-rounded enough to be better than the Rams, and the 49ers lack a good quarterback. So that's why I have the Rams win. Well, I think Garoppolo starts, but I don't think he finishes the season. And the Seahawks, they're always a good team. They're always fighting. So Dan Campbell said Will Harris looking good, and I think he's being honest. We are stacked at D-line, and apparently Flowers and Romeo will be our linebackers. So maybe we're stacked, but I want to wait and see. I want to wait and see versus other teams because this is the question mark in training camp. Is the defense looking good because the offense is not prepared? Possible. So you want to see them versus other teams. So I'm not going to crown them, until I start seeing it versus other football teams. You don't want to crown them until they crown them. Where is that? Hold on. I got to find that for you guys.
They are who we thought they were.
Yes, absolutely. So you just want to wait and see. How is Jelani doing? Will he make the team? Haven't heard a whole lot from Jelani Tavai. That does not necessarily mean a bad thing at all, just you're not hearing from him. I think he does make the team for sure. You invest a second-round draft pick on him, he does make the team. What are your thoughts on bringing in a proven Patriot with lots of Super Bowl experience? No, Dion Lewis. No. If you have been on my channel for years, I don't want Dion Lewis on this football team because I want to see Swift and Jamal Williams get majority of the carries. And if they're going to pick up another player for running back like a Todd Gurley, it would just be for third downs. So, no, I want Swift and Jamal Williams to dominate. Not a fan of Dion Lewis. That's true. Most spine injuries lead to early arthritis. I know, man. I take arthritis pills every day. It is bad. My back is jacked up from the floor up. Okay, I have double neck surgery, double neck fusion, degenerative arthritis, degenerative disease, disc disease. So yeah, it's no joke, man. When you injure it, it never gets better. Like it's not like it used to be. It continue. You have to battle it all the time. Do you think the Detroit Lions team love football as your wife? Do you, MicroMike, take the Detroit Lions team love ball as your wife? I love my Detroit Lions. Yes. Do I love them as much as my family? I got to put family first. But yeah. I love my Detroit Lions. Because the 17th game this season, this may change the records in the future stats. Yeah, I know it does. He did not like competing the numbers. Yeah, you know what? It is going to change the stats, but as the NFL season has gained more games throughout the years of existence, it's always changed the stats. But yeah, the stats are going to go up when it comes to not just running backs like the Barry Sanders or the quarterbacks or anything like that. It's all going to go up. My thought on it, You know, I don't mind the extra one game because you're removing the preseason game, so 3 preseason instead of 4. I don't mind it, but I don't want to go any more than 17 games. I really don't. I think 17 is enough. You don't want to water down the product. You know what I'm saying? So, like, every game in the NFL means something. If you look at other sports, if they have a ton of games, it's hard to mean as much. Are you going over, under, and 5 wins? I am going 6 wins, so over. I have the Lions winning 6 wins. I know. What do you guys think in there? I've seen a lot of my subscribers think they're going 7-10. That was the number one when I did a poll. But I have them going 6 wins. Put a number what you think. 5, 4, 3, 7, 9, 17. Let me know in the comment section what number you think the Lions going to win. I knew a guy with a Lions logo tattooed on his head. On the head. Oh, my God. I want to do that. I definitely would not do that. I don't watch Justin May the Rapper. I don't watch wrestling, so I wouldn't know. I do like old wrestling back when I was a kid. WCW when I was like 13 years old, you know, when I was a youngin'. Do you have a chance to look at Lee's back? TJ calls him Zay, and I seen TJ. I said that from when we signed him. I said he was going to be the number 3. A lot of people didn't like it. They said Hunter Bryant. I said, man, I think Elise Mack's going to be the number 3, and he's proven to be pretty good right now. So I think you're wrong. Hey, that's perfectly fine. Agree to disagree, 100%, Skunk. I am just one guy. You are all one people yourself. We all have different views. I am not the end-all, be-all at all. I'm just one guy with a video camera talking to you what I see. Y'all could disagree. That's life, man. I would hope you disagree. I don't want a bunch of sheep following me. You know, I definitely don't want sheeple. I like people. Randy says 5-12. Rams House says 8-9. What's going on, Rams House? What's going on, buddy? Peter says 7-8. YouTube GM says 5. 9 Drinks says 9. Love it, 9 Drinks. Jorge 7+. R-Mac between 5 and 7. Adam says 8. Delusional Detroit Lions fan says 8-9. David Gibson 7-10, depending on how the offense looks and the defense surprises. Gotta go. I'm at work. Need to get back to work first, man. Have fun. Enjoy your time working. What up, Jorge? 5 wins. 5 wins by Michael and Daryl. We got Eric Minion 6. Andrew 9-8. Ken, he says, what up, dope? What's going on, Ken? Peter says, preach, MicroMike. We roar. Absolutely. We all roar. You know what should be roaring too is those like button. We got 89 in the building with 46 likes. Let's get to 50 likes, man. 50 likes. To 50, and we can get this thing rolling just like that says. Hit that like button. Let's see. Let me merge this one in here. A healthy Stafford becomes a quarterback number 1, throws for 5,050 yards. 5,050. My God, that's a lot of yards. I don't know about that. Holy smokes. A healthy Stafford, first off, is he going to be healthy? That's a big question mark. And that's a lot of yards. That's a lot. I want the Lions to get busy with tech this year and make cell phone in the home stadium roar for all our scores. What do you think? That'd be cool. You know what? For my play-by-play analysis, I need to put that roar on here. Hold on. I got something for you I could do. So when the Lions score, I'll put or we're down the field, but it'd be cool to have a Lions roar. I got to get some more Lions designs for you. Got to get some Lions designs. Got to make them. It takes a long time to make this stuff. Let's see. The only question is Stafford's health. That is a question mark. That's 100%. That's 100%. Do you think our D-line can make an impact this year? Yes, 100%, man. I think the interior defensive line has improved significantly. I mean, it's night and day from what it was last year, and that's roster changes, Levi Alim. And I think the scheme itself is going to make it much better. So 100%, it's going to be much better than it was last year. Last year, look, you got to look at the incompetence that we have had by this last regime. I think the incompetence is worse than we even expect. And that's pretty bad. So I think that the defensive line will definitely improve. I mean, we're seeing all the players just be better, just with the new scheme, with new coaching staff. Maybe it's a lot worse than even we expected. If he's no more healthy, yep. Let's see. We won 5 last year in a terrible defense. Other teams talked how dumb the defensive system was. Patricia never traded his defense. He was the problem. He was a major problem. Patricia will go down, in my opinion. He's worse than Rod Marinelli. I think he's the worst quarterback or worst coach the Detroit Lions has ever had. Period. I've never liked the hire, and he has proven to be a terrible head coach. What's up, Prince Vegeta? All NFC North worried about Rod coming back to Detroit. Has the GOAT Goff, who beat Tampa Bay 12, Tom Brady. Yeah, man, well, we'll see if he can beat him again. But, again, the Rams had the #1 defense in the NFL last year, and that does help up beating football teams. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have the #1 defense at all this year. But, look, man, when you win, there's a difference between players who can play and winning players that win. And I think that I 100% agree with that philosophy. Dan Campbell stated it in his press conference. There's something about players who win, and there is. There's 100%. Winners win for whatever reason. They just win. It's going to look different this year. I'm thinking 3,700 through the air and 1,500 on the ground. That's very plausible, Adam Carver. That's kind of near where I have it as well. I think I had Swift little over 1,000 yards, and I think I had Jamal Williams like 600. And I don't know, 3,500 yards I said for Jared Goff. Pretty close. You have to look at a team as a whole. Applies to us as well. 100% facts. If you can't do live when y'all on TC, you could show videos for content. Maybe your plans are ready. Here is California. Everyone has cameras, phones, taping the Cowboys. We can't do that here. We can't do that at training camp in Detroit. You're not allowed to have your not allowed to have your cell phone on. And if you look at the rules for the Lions, that's what's on there. So, yeah, it'd be cool to tape it. I wish I could. I wish I could live stream it, in all honesty. But I'd get booted out of there. So, it won't be live streamed. Camp will not be live streamed from my channel, unfortunately. How's Stafford going to look without CJ or Kenny Galladay to throw to? I think he's looking fine right now. I think he's throwing some big bombs. But he did throw a pick 6. It's on Motor City Sports Talks channel. Pick 6 by Jalen Ramsey. You got to check that out. It's fantastic. But I think he's looking, besides that, I think him and Jackson are getting along pretty well. Biggest advantage this year is the media. The whole league is expecting the same old Lions. Yeah, they are. They are who we thought they were. Man, that's exactly it. The media is 100%, man. Detroit, Stafford is not a smart dude. Joe Lombardi said as much. When you have consistently dumbed down the playbook, you're going to become predictable. He's a gunslinger. Too bad. Gotta go. Get those likes up, folks. Appreciate it to getting those likes up, folks, because we got 90 in the building, man. Love it on a Sunday. That's hard to do on a Sunday when people are doing some things. And I got to do some laundry today. Man. Any word on the free agent wide receivers making the team? Well, what we're seeing right now, we're just seeing kind of the normal guys that we got. We got Williams, Burchard. We also got Amon-Ra St. Brown, Quintez Cephas, and they're battling out with the other faster guys in the middle for number 5. We'll see what happens. Just because somebody does good in camp, it doesn't mean they necessarily did good on game day. So I'm going to wait till we see some preseason games to get closer to that. We all know there's some training camp warriors, but for whatever reason, when the game is playing, they don't show the best performance. I think Tom Kennedy is one of those guys. Was that the guy who, like the last couple of years, would always do good in camp, but you never see him on the field? We had a lot of that. Stafford recently become a smart quarterback. We'll see. I love Jamal's personality and pressure. How can you not love Jamal Williams? This guy is a beast, man. He is hilarious. He is hilarious. Happy to hear that Dean Marlowe's look good. And Harris, I know you don't like him. Hey, look, if he plays great, I will be happy. I want to be wrong about all the players who I have concerns about. I want to be wrong about Harris. I want to be wrong about Jelani Tavai because I want my team to win. I just want them to win. I want them all to look good. I'm a Lions fan. I spend every day talking about this football team. I take hours making this stuff. I want this team to win. I hope everyone is great. I just have my concerns. I want to see it on the field. I want to see them do good. Mike, great chat. Thanks for a great day. Hey, appreciate you, Sam. Appreciate you hanging out. Lions are 10-7. We'll get the wild card and win their first playoff game. Man, that would be fantastic. Oh my God. That would be fantastic. I don't know though. That would be fairly difficult we got such a hard schedule, but we'll see. With that, folks, I got some chores I got to do. I got to clean up the house and do laundry and put the dog outside and make some food. So thank you for hanging out on this Sunday, doing some live Q&A. We will have video dropping tomorrow. It will be obviously camp observations. On Tuesday, the same thing. On Wednesday, the One Pride podcast. Not Thursday, Wednesday, because I'm driving to Detroit on Thursday. I will be at training camp, and I want to hang out with everybody over there. I will have a video drop on Thursday. It'll probably be a pre-made video, so just get ready for that. And then I'll be back at it on Friday, and the normal schedule comes to a close. So I appreciate everybody hanging out. Everybody having a good time, and you all have a fantastic Sunday. With that said, folks,